1992, Bellevue, Washington. Commitment. Quote, men, too, with their vociferous denial of interest in commitment, have been rebelling against marriage as a way of life, or at least verbally rebelling, for at least half a century, complaining that they feel restricted in it. Close quote. Cher Hite, Women in Love, A Cultural Revolution in Progress. Quote, men care about their income the same way women care about their sexuality. Close quote. Anonymous. A common belief in our society is that women want commitment in relationships, but men do not. Why should men want commitment? There are many valid reasons for men to hesitate. Many women use marriage as a meal ticket, a way to escape their feminist one freedom to pursue a career. Thus, a man who marries a woman with a career may suddenly find himself supporting a housewife. A friend found himself in such a situation. Now he's dead. Committed suicide. It happens. To women, commitment can mean escape, freedom, options to do whatever she wants. Many count themselves victorious when they can pull it off. What's all this mean to men? Prostitution by any other name still means you have to pay for it. Despite this, the belief men fear commitment and women do not is a myth. Women fear commitment at least as much as men do. In fact, according to second-wave feminist Cher Hite, almost half of all women fear commitment. According to Hite, 26% of heterosexual women between the ages of 20 and 30 never want to get married, and 18% between the ages of 30 and 50 are completely uninterested in marriage. Hite says this is because they are afraid they will commit to someone and then find somebody better. Hypergamy. Many men feel the same way, but when men express that attitude, feminists call it anti-monogamy. But they call women's reluctance to commit a celebration of life on our own, typical of the feminist double standards. The double standard begins with men's sexual invisibility. Most women feel most men are not worthy of their love. Consequently, they dismiss men's readiness to commit. Quote, the women were not complaining about unsuccessful men who were afraid of commitment. They were complaining about men who were very committed to work, but not committed to them. Close quote. Warren Farrell, Why Men Are the Way They Are. Traditionally, women marry up, forcing most men to marry down. That is, women trade their sexual power for the economic power and social status men must earn. If there is not actual gender equality in this arrangement, well, at least it's kind of equitable, providing the means for women and men to get the most bang for their bucks, so to speak. But now the social equation is unbalanced. Women's liberation opened the door for women to earn their own economic power and social status. Foreseeing the problems this could cause, early feminists admonished women to assume the responsibilities accompanying these rights. As the women's suffragists discovered, however, women are very conservative about such things. See, for example, The Indifference of Women, a speech given by Alice Stone Blackwell at a suffrage convention held in Washington, D.C. in February of 1898. Thus, while many eventually embrace the right to earn status and power, most still measure men by traditional rules. They still expect to marry up. Economic and social parity with most men makes this virtually impossible, because only the relatively few men with superior status and power measure up. Thus, women perceive a shortage of suitable men, a shortage made worse when such men, realizing they have what women want, and wanting for themselves the best possible relationship, refrain from commitment for fear of finding someone they love more. The same reason many women fear commitment. A man who won't commit may be Mr. Celebrity to a particular woman, but to him she might not be a serious contender. In her eyes, therefore, he is afraid to commit. But from the point of view of the millions of men who have been rejected by their Ms. Right, women are the ones who are afraid of commitment. There are many men ready to commit, and to commit for love, intimacy, being understood, and feeling needed, rather than for sex, power, and domination. Most women unconsciously know this. They also know they are afraid of commitment too. 2016 Olympia, Washington. By now, of course, too many men know the score. They've seen what it did to their fathers, the financial obligations, family court, child support, false accusations. It's enough to drive a man to drink, or to MGTOW,